Hey everyone, ever stop and think about the secrets hiding, right there on your plate? Well, today we're going to do just that. We're heading into your kitchen to uncover the amazing science behind the food you eat every single day. Let's jump right in.
No, really, think about it for a second. How is it that your bread can stay soft and fresh for days? Or, when you slice an apple and it doesn't immediately turn all brown and gross. It feels a little bit like magic, right? But nope, the answer is pure science.
So, the field that cracks all these kitchen mysteries? It's called food science. You can basically think of food scientists as food detectives. They're the ones working behind the scenes, figuring out how to make our food better, safer, and last a whole lot longer. And really, that's the main idea right there. Food science is all about using technology to improve our food at every single step of its journey. I mean, from the moment it's grown on a farm, to the factory, to the grocery store, and all the way to your kitchen table. Okay, so let's crack open our first case file. I'm sure you've seen these three letters on food labels before. GMO. It sounds super technical, kind of scary even. But don't worry, we're going to break it down together. So, what does it actually mean?
Well, it's actually a pretty straightforward idea when you think about it. Imagine that DNA is like the big recipe book for every living thing, okay? It's got all the instructions for how it grows and what it does. What scientists can do is sometimes add a new page to that recipe book, or maybe just edit one of the instructions. And by doing that, they can give a plant a really helpful new quality.
So what kind of helpful new qualities are we talking about? Well, here are a few perfect examples. Some corn has been modified so it can actually fight off insects all by itself. Pretty cool, right? And that means farmers don't have to spray as many chemical pesticides. Or, get this, in another amazing case, scientists developed something called golden rice. They added extra vitamin A to it, and this helps prevent blindness in children in parts of the world where that's a huge problem.
But, changing the fundamental recipe of a plant, that's a big deal. And it's definitely not without some controversy. It's actually sparked a massive debate. So let's take a fair look at the two main sides of this story.
Okay, so on one side, you have pretty much all the major scientific organizations around the world, and they've looked at the data and concluded that the GMOs currently on the market are safe to eat. But on the other side, you have some consumers and groups who are worried. They have concerns about what the long-term effects might be, both for our health and for the environment. It's a really complex, ongoing conversation, and there are definitely passionate people on both sides.
All right, let's put a pin in the GMO file for a minute and open up our second case. This one is all about food additives. These are kind of like the hidden helpers that do all sorts of important jobs inside our food.
And this whole idea, it's not new at all. It's actually ancient. For centuries, people have been adding stuff to their food to make it last longer. I mean, think about it. Your great-great-great-great-great-grandparents probably used salt to preserve meat or sugar to make jam. All we're doing today is using more modern, scientific tools to do a similar job, like, keeping that loaf of bread from getting all green and moldy.
And they do way more than just that. Additives are the reason your salad dressing doesn't separate into oil and vinegar. They're why your candy has those bright, vibrant colors. And they're how some foods get that extra punch of flavor. They really are these little hidden helpers, making our food look and taste the way we expect it to. Lately, though, there's been a bit of a shift. You might have heard people talking about clean labels. What does that mean? Well, basically, a lot of people are now looking for products with simpler, more recognizable ingredients. Stuff you might actually have in your own kitchen. They want shorter ingredient lists without a bunch of long, chemical-sounding names. So all of this science, all this debate, it all brings us to one really powerful point, and that is your choices matter a lot. What you decide to put in your grocery cart has a way bigger impact than you might think.
And here's exactly how it works. It's a simple chain reaction. Step 1. A bunch of us start choosing products with simpler ingredients. Step 2. The big food companies, they notice this. They track these trends, and they respond. Step 3. They actually change their products to meet that new demand. So yeah, your choices can literally change what you see on the shelves at the store.
So, if there's one crucial thing to remember from all this, it's this. You have the power. Seriously, every time you go to the grocery store, you're basically voting with your wallet for the kind of food you want to see more of in the world. Whether you prefer food with simple natural ingredients, or you're cool with food made using the latest technology, your choice sends a really clear message. So I'm going to leave you with a little challenge. Next time you open your fridge or your pantry, I want you to be a food detective. Take a closer look at the labels. Can you spot the science on your plate? What kind of stories are your snacks telling you?
Thanks so much for hanging out with us today.